Hey guys, welcome to At Home with Misty Fears. Long time no see, lots of changes, lots of good things, exciting things. Let me find you here on the live. Let me reset that so I can find the live up here. So on Saturday, I signed our closing docs on my Fortuna home. So, and we are expected to close on Thursday. Yay! I'm super excited to get back out of here. It says choose a TV. I don't want to choose a TV. Hey Ben, how you doing, bud? Anyway, hi Nita, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while, girl. Anyway, so yeah, we have our next house in escrow as of today as well. So things are looking good. Hi Pam, how you doing? Oh Pam, just real quick, like to check in with you guys here, but we're gonna, just so that you know, we're working on this, the Glam tissue box. Let me get it in that camera view that you guys can actually see. It's upside down, duh. I haven't done this for a while, so now I'm out of practice, right? Okay, so there's one view, side one. Actually, that was side one, side two, and side three. I did get this cut, but Pam, I wanted to update you that I took your packages down to UPS today, and they're not going to ship it for us. So I had to bring them back home. I was all bummed, but they said to try FedEx, so that's going to be our next route. But I was so excited for everybody else who's joining. I wanted to let you guys know that. Hi, Michelle. How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Finally got caught up on my shipping. Hi, Roberta. Some of these orders go back to August, and so many of them are back ordered to begin with, and then we have the shipping blockade out in the ports, and so who knows where it's at. So I am still trying, but I'm not certain that everything that is waiting to be shipped I do not have in stock, and I have not been able to locate for you guys. I'm continuing to try, but anyway, so we're doing good. So yeah, so today, a couple things. I think I'm going to try these wings. This is an IOD mold, and I'll do side 4 tonight. I just haven't been able to craft for a while because when I owe people shipments, I just don't want to craft. I struggle with that, but so let's refresh what we've done. So this is a Prima mold. This is Grungy Frames. This is a, I'm so bad with the names. It's a Zuri mold, and it's part of like an all-in-one type thing. That's a Zuri. The wings are Zuri, and this is a random mold that I picked up off of Etsy somewhere. And let's see, this is a Prima, I believe, the bottom piece of this, and the top piece is a Wood-U-Bend. Actually, you know what? The bottom piece is a Wood-U-Bend also. They're both Wood-U-Bend. But yeah, so today I'm going to try to see if I can get some of these wings on here. I'm using a product. What says live interruption? It's been paused. Off of Etsy somewhere. Oh, I wonder if I got in trouble for using that term. If you can still see me, let me know. Hi, Marianne. Michelle. I know, it's good to see you too, Michelle. It's been a while since I've been live. I finally have freedom that we're at a spot with the move that I don't have to panic over things, and the shipping things are back. Oh, good, I'm back up. Yay. That was weird. I don't know why that is, but hi, Donna. Did you get the notice that your shipment went out? No, I got the snowflake molds out today. I had to run to Reading unexpectedly, and so I had to leave my shipments, and your shipment was on that. The first day you ordered it, I had it put together and in a box waiting. It wasn't labeled yet. And I was working on the labels. There was a glitch on the network where I purchased the labels. And so I was working through that. And the next morning I was supposed to get up and finish it. And we ended up having to run to Reading quickly, so it changed all of our plans. Got home, Holly had to go to the doctor in a kind of an urgent situation. She got hurt when she was over in Reading, and we needed to deal with some of that, and so she's on antibiotics again. But she insisted that we get the flu shot, and then of course I get the flu from the flu shot. So it's kind of nice. Yeah, that snowflake mold is gorgeous. I'm really, really in love with that. Well, you know what? I made this too thin, so let me put it back together one more time. So this is a product called Formflex. I love this stuff. It is so soft to work with. I just use my card to cut it off and take out pieces of it. I'll cover it back up, and I store mine in the fridge. You don't have to, but I do. I like it that way. It's nice, and my hands get so hot, and I find that it melts it a little bit. So let me start pushing this in. I've gone ahead and put in some cornstarch first. I just take my little brush. This brush, unfortunately, sheds like a son of a gun, and so I get hair in there and stuff. But yeah, you know what, Michelle? It's send me your address. I have the website shut down today because I can't keep up with the orders, and rather than to continue to fill and create unhappy customers, because that I'm a people pleaser. I like people, and it was causing me a lot of grief. Well, because I wear it on my shoulders, so heavy, right? Anyway, I took it offline for now. But if you send me your address, we can do something different. But I don't want to turn it back on because I don't want to become overwhelmed with it again. There is a chance that I'm moving out by Saturday. And so we want to be really careful. The clay, okay, so Formflex you can get at Tammy Yaw, and it's formflexcompound.com. And that's the only place that she sells it online at all. That's the only place you can get it online. She does allow me to sell it in my local community store out the door there, but she gives you a better deal on the online pricing than what I can give you locally. So if you guys can see what I've done, I've just scraped that back, but I took it a little bit too far, and I'm going to need to really press and work that back together because I don't want any separations in that. And just like a bread dough, you want it to be really tight. But anyway, again, this is an IOD mold. I love these. They're gorgeous. I would sell IOD if I were allowed to, but because I sell Prima, I'm not allowed to, so I don't, but I still love using them. I have things in the way, so let me check this guy where I can keep up on the comments. Yeah, this Formflex is really amazing. If you guys have not checked out Tammy Yaw's page, oh my gosh, she is such an amazing artist. I get so inspired by that girl. It's TAMMY, YAW is her last name. And go check her out. Oh my gosh, she puts me to shame. But I just love her work. She's so creative, very, very cool, and sweet as ever. Just love her. She lives not too far from us. She's up in Oregon, and I'm in Northern California, but someday I'm hoping to meet. But anyway, yeah, so we're doing good here. Got my house in escrow. We actually just opened the escrow up today for the new house. And this is such a great God story. I have been watching, kind of stalking this house for all summer, seriously, probably back in June, July. I found it and it's like, oh, I love this house. It's so beautiful. And she, I had to go through quite a few steps to get there, to close this door, to thin down the house so I could actually put it up for sale here, and then to sell the house. And there was no way that this house was going to stay on the market that long, but God is so good. He turned it around, and it had gone into escrow, and I feel bad for the other gal, but I think that it was kind of an investment type thing. And so it didn't sound like it was a family option up there. But anyway, it fell out of escrow, and I happened to call her to see how it was doing in escrow. And so it opened up. My loan amount increased, which is kind of dangerous. But anyway, I got the house. I'm so excited. But we just need to work out a few details, and they are well underway. So hopefully, hi Evangeline, how you doing, girl? And Donna, how you doing? It's nice to see you. So I'm just, if you're joining late, this is the tissue box that I've been working on for all of October, I think. But in the midst of moving, doing everything else that we do, or preparing for it, getting all the ducks in a row, etc. It's been a little bit of a challenge, but this is my treat, and I don't treat myself until I'm caught up on stuff. So I've been absent, and I've missed you guys like crazy. So I'm going to share with you guys something here. Actually, let me reverse that because I need to push that back down. As I was pulling, because I wasn't at an angle, it lifted it out of that. So let me just push that back down, and I'm going to push it forward as I go. This is good that you guys can watch my errors and hopefully help you avoid any of the same errors. So if I take this at an angle and bring that across, see how much cleaner that is? IOD molds have this incredible, it's really a cool ledge. Let me see if I can tilt it enough for you guys to see. Not really that way, but maybe. I can see it plainly, but I don't think you guys can. Anyway, they put this little rim around the edge of that. And so when you go to pull it back, you just put it on top of that ledge, and it just slides it right off and leaves it exactly where it's supposed to be. So you get a really clean pull out. I took that a little bit too deep, though. Let me see if I can put that back in and rebuild that. Sometimes when you put things back in, it's not always a good idea because it doesn't mold back together completely. But I do want that a little bit thicker. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I just say that. Thank you. And yeah, because I think I have one left or something, but I'll have to check and make sure. I know I have some of the poinsettias, and I think that I've sold 2 of the snowflakes, so that would probably leave me 1 left. Okay, so now I have a really clean edge there, and I just want to make sure that this one here is clean because I filled this again also. All right, so, and by doing this, I get a really flat, solid back on this, and so sometimes you can get lucky with this, other times you can't. So if you feel confident, try it. The worst case is you reform the mold, and then you can. Oh, hi Heather, how are you, girl? I've been praying about you all day. Hi Jackie, how you doing, girl? It's good to see you on here. I'm so bad here. So Evangeline, hey. Yeah, okay, so I think I caught up with you guys. But sometimes you can pull these out, and other times you can't. So I'm just going to test it. I want to see what my luck is tonight, right? Because life is not crazy enough. And so far, it's not looking too bad. But it's, you want to, yeah, it's sticking, and it's not going to work. So basically what I'll do from this point is push that back down, catch that mold again. I'm going to push that back inside the rim just to get a really clean edge there. And then from here, I'm going to put these in the freezer. And because I don't want to get up and walk over there, you guys will hear me shuffle walk. It's that bad, seriously. It's so bad. So I'm going to put that to the side. And then, so that would just go into the freezer. And it all depends on how thick the mold is. Part of those angel wings are a little bit deeper than the others, so it might take a little bit longer. But usually it's about 20 minutes to an hour or something. You can leave it in as long as you want. I've left mine in for a month or two where I couldn't find the mold, and I'm like, oh, the freezer. But anyway, so on a couple of these pieces, you'll see that to get the lid off, because this is a lift and input the box. And so I had to come in, and these molds with Formflex are really great because they will go ahead and I bet, Heather, I am so sorry. I was really concerned for you. I could feel that today too. But anyway, so once I put this on here, I needed to take my X-Acto blade and just cut a line across here. And I went ahead and pulled that through. And initially when I did that, this was really super tight. There is just a tiny bit of drying that took place, but I am not worried about that whatsoever because the ultimate form is still there. This one we didn't have to worry about the top other than the paints. And then this guy is made out of wood you bend, and I just cut him. I had to heat up the wood to get it to become flexible, and then I went ahead and cut through it. It took me a couple times through the wood you bend because you have to get it really liquefied, basically. Not really liquefied, but just loose, softened. And then I took the X-Acto blade across that and cut that. So this is where I left off. I was fighting with Switcher tonight because I haven't used it for a while. I had to re-sign in and everything, and passcodes changed, all that stuff. So let me show you what I've done with this one. So this one has been cut, and you can see that. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I'm taking my time on it. I'm not in any hurry. I'll keep this one, and so I like it. I want it to be nice for my house. So this one's a little bit rougher cut, but by the time I just need to paint it to get it to match those colors. So when it is separated, you wouldn't notice the difference. And you can see here where that is as well versus this side where that's already been painted. So we can do that now. Anyway, so I need to mix my colors. These are the colors that I've used. Arteza Strawberry Red. These are the metallics, they're pearl. And these are the premium colors. I love these colors, and I'm worried about running out of these. This particular one is Pearl Royal Purple. And on this guy, I used a Grape Berry. And so I do have to get up because I did put it away, darn it. So I'm going to put this in the freezer in the meantime, and I'll be right back. Say hi to each other, keep you guys entertained. It's nice to have everybody here. So there's the shuffle, right? Oh my gosh. Interesting. I had it in my hand just the other day, and I brought it over here, and now I don't see it. Darn it. All right, well, we'll do something different then. I'll be right there. This is really bizarre, you guys. Well, it's not bizarre. It's really it's a lot of chaos. But I'm trying to find this. I could have sworn I put it back, but apparently I didn't. So I think what I'll try is maybe this purple. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to do the burnt sienna. The burnt sienna is this really fun color here on the back. You can get different shades of it. It is also what the Harlequins are in, is a just a much lighter stippled burnt sienna. So I think just for time frames, I'm just going to put burnt sienna on that and get that painted while I'm still scouring looking for that thing. Oh, thank you, Michelle. That is so cool. Yeah, if you guys want to sparkle or sprinkle, that would be fabulous. I am trying to, during this time while I have the store closed, I'm working with my business coach. I upgraded the level of coaching that I was receiving, and I am so excited about it. So everyone has probably seen that I've got millions of different pages. Facebook grabbed one the other day and said, "Ooh, we want to work with you on this one." Therefore, we just did it. And they started promoting it and building all these followers on it on a dead page that I haven't used for years. Anyway, I love Facebook for doing that, but I wanted to try. Sorry, and then there's Sophie. Sophie, come here. Shh. Hey. Anyway, so the business coach and I had a 7:30 Zoom this morning, and we were able to change the name of it, and then we were able to, it's in the process of merging. So everything is going to be landing back at, sorry guys, yes, it's a spray bottle and it's just water. So if you bark, that's the problem, okay? Thank you. You need to stop. Good girl. She's usually really compliant. And that's all it takes. It was just a reminder that she's really a sweet girl. But that is Sophie. And then here she comes. And I just fed her right before I went live too, right? So it's like, come on, girl, work with me. Thank you, Michelle, for sparkling. But anyway, so yeah, this morning we made some progress on the getting everything under At Home with Misty Fears. Charlotte Gray is going to be changing to At Home with Misty Fears. Everything will just switch to one name. So it's just got some more continuity to it. All right, so let me just get this little guy done. And you can tell it's just it doesn't have to be super fine. It's a wood-based product. And so I want to just get it colored in. And sometimes with darks, a lot of times they're, same colors in purples, deep purples, are also the same colors in your dark browns. And so you can get it close enough that it would take a really good eye to even identify it. So anyway, there you go. So that is all that I needed to do in that spot. I think I'm going to touch up around this edge just because I went outside those lines on the gold. So let me just lay that down. It doesn't want to color over the top of the gold, but it may tone it down just a little bit. All right, I can live with that. So it's not exact, but it's not bad. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. Since that's in the freezer, maybe I'll go back in a few minutes and do that too. So I keep going back and forth on this. Do I want a dark color? So this, gosh, I'm getting it all over myself. If you guys have any input, that would be great. Because I have, hi Mickey, how you doing? I have, this is the burnt sienna, and then this is the liquid leaf classic gold and the Harlequins over the top of it. But because this is the opposite of this one, I'm thinking that I could do another Harlequin pattern on this side, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I paint it gold and just put the darker Harlequin over it? It would be the reverse of this one, so the back would be gold, and then the Harlequin patterns would be in the dark. Let me know what you guys think. My phone, I have to keep popping it up. I think I'm going to do that if you guys... unless somebody really hates it and says something different, right? So, the liquid leaf. Lovely. But, yeah, the Formflex, though, is really amazing. Michelle, I'll get back to you after the live on this, but yeah, I think as long as I have the things in stock, and I just have to tell you, I had such a relief today to get those orders out of here that it's like, okay, I'm done for a while and I can breathe again. But thank you, Jackie. I know you just never quite know. And sometimes you see things differently. And you guys have the fortune of watching it live so that, sometimes creating and doing lives, multitasking, right? With the dog barking in my ear. Okay, so I just want to get a nice brush, and I'm not worried about the liquid gold on things. This product is called Scrubby Soap, and it's amazing on getting the gold leaf out. It works perfectly. Okay, so my painting technique, I want to come at this flat so it doesn't drip off of those edges. And I want to, let me make sure I'm painting the right side. Yes, I am. Okay. But I don't want it to go around the corner like I did on one of the other sides there. But yeah. So did you guys do anything fun for Halloween? Oh, thank you, Michelle and Donna. Yay. And Jackie up above. Yay. Thank you, guys. It's nice just to have confirmation. Woohoo. Oh my gosh. This stuff is potent. I'm going to take the bottle away from me and then pull the brush near. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have a little bit of a door open, but nothing like what it needs to be, so darn it. Okay. So I'm just going to get a quick splash on the rest of it now that part's been outlined. It's kind of like crayons, right? Remember, we were always outlining our artwork, and then we could paint in the middles. All right, let me pull some of this down flat. Yeah, Halloween gives me anxiety. It's like a trigger for me. I used to love it. I used to play and, run the kids around, all the stuff. And once Holly was diagnosed with Prader-Willi syndrome, she's quite large now, unfortunately. I'm losing the battle with the weight. And it is, isn't it, Jackie? It's like, if I start acting goofy, you guys will know why. It's like, woo. But she is still under the impression that little girl sizes, like maybe not toddler, but little girl sizes, like a 4 or 5 or 6, she is under the impression that those would still fit her. So Halloween costumes become a little bit of a nightmare for us. And because, she wants to wear things that clearly don't fit. And poor kid, I just love her so much. But, and then sugars, candies. And then the final kicker for me was, what are we teaching her? That you can run to any neighbor you want and say trick or treat and get some candy. No stranger danger there, right? Anyway, or food securities and things like that. So it's not been fun. It's like one of my worst nightmares of the holidays. So we don't necessarily partake. In fact, last night I was really bad. I just took a love seat that I have on my porch and I turned it sideways and drug it to the top of my stairs to block entry to the staircase. And of course left the lights out. And so it seems really rude. And it's sad because I love the kids, I love participating and doing that, but gosh, it just brings a lot of anxiety for me. Let me pop you guys back up because I am just whining. Okay, there you go. Hi, Bernie, how are you doing? Yeah, so we are, the dog, Sophie is a Shih Tzu Cavalier King Charles mix. And she, oh my gosh, I did not need another dog, I swear. We had 3 dogs, we had 5 acres, and I took, the groomer had called, tricky groomer. Here's her thing. Hey, Misty, I know you just got Sophie, or Tessa groomed. Tessa was my Bichon, and her father won Westminster. She was a very high-end show dog. And she goes, I know you just got her groomed, but we wanted to invite you to bring her back in for a holiday spritzer so she's ready for all the family. So I'm like, okay, I'll come back in. Yeah, I walk in the door, and this little teeny puppy, oh my gosh, probably this big, she was just tiny, and I'm passing Tessa to the groomer, and and as I'm passing Tessa, this thing starts jumping on my foot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, does she have rats in here or something? It scared me. And I look down, and Tessa turns back, and she is watching my every move because she's super controlling of me, or she was. And she turns around. I'm just going to grab this stencil. This is the one that I'm using. I don't have anymore, but this is from, it's a Harlequin Spirit, and it's from Craft Treat. Craft is C-R-A-F, Treat, capital T-R-E-A-T. And it is at crafttreat.com. Let me pull that up there so you guys can actually see it. It's right here. But it's a pretty cool stencil. I love this one. But anyway, so I reached down to see what was at my foot, and I pick her up, and the puppy, Sophie, she grabs me with both feet, holds my face in her paws, and just kisses me like crazy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't need another dog, but she had my heart from that day. And so Sophie is about 12, 13 now, and she is so fun. But she's just a good kid. So so when I put the stencil down, I don't know that you can see it with that lighting. So let me bring you up to another area that maybe you can. Let me tilt it. So I want to, so I have, this one is way off the top, but I want it to match on the bottom so that the spacing is even. And we have a little tricky spot because on this there's a little bit of a ledge, and I don't want to, I could include that ledge. Let me rethink this. I did it on the other side, so I probably need to do it on this side. So let me back up, and now I'm going to go repaint that top ledge to get the gold up here. And then basically what I'm trying to say is that wherever it lands at the top, I want it to land the same distance at the bottom. And I also want it to look the same on both sides. So when you look at it, you do have a very unique center, and you have, it just is way more pleasing to the eye because it's balanced. So that is probably where I'll put it, but I need to paint this first. So give me just a second to do that. There it is. And darn it, I put the brush away, right? Let me see if I can get that cleaned out here real quickly. Find the right one. Is it that one or that one? Nope. I think it is this guy. But it's in with green water in there, so so I want to get the scrubby soap a little bit wet with the paint water, and then clear water works better. So I'm just going to spray it with the fine spray bottle, the fine spray mister. So then I just want to put this in here, and I want to come down the side and dip into the soap product. You can see the line of soap in here, and you can see where I dip into it. And I can come down a clean line just to get all those bristles in that soap. And then I want to come up here and scrub that out of there. I need to do both sides, and I want to leave all that liquid gold on there, or the liquid leaf. But this is how I get my brushes completely clean. So if you can see this, it's totally moving. See all that movement? There's nothing stuck in there yet. So I'm going to scrub it just a little bit more just to make absolutely certain that everything in the interior is out. And then I keep a towel near me. I've got stuff piled on it right now, so I'll try to be careful and grab it here. But yeah, it's pretty cool there. So hi Rose, how you doing, girl? I haven't seen you for a while. It's good to see you. I'm just painting this tissue box that I've been working on for, just do a side now and then to get it done. Now I didn't shake this again, but I want to lay my brush down flat and bring it up to that edge without really crossing it to get a straight line, but without going over. There you go. And then I want to come down across the top on each of those so I don't get it up across the top there. I'm basically outlining my frame because in this case you probably do want to stay in the lines. I mean, gosh, it's your project, do whatever you guys want, but for me, I would like it a little clean. I'm not necessarily a perfectionist on art objects just because I like the freedom to do what I want to do, but there are times that I will hold myself accountable to straightness. And this is one of those, so there we go. Okay, so I have all of the borders painted, and so now I just kind of paint in the middle here. I don't want to get it too heavy on that line, but I do want it to be clean there. And it's got some rough edges there, and it's probably from the wood type it's at, but just in case, I would rather it show, you know, the pretty gold as opposed to like a brownish color. This product is very, very cool, as you guys know as well. It's just a nice product. It's potent, but it turns out so pretty. Anyway, yeah, I'm even considering retouching some of the fixtures in the house with this potentially. I'll have to test it on something to make sure that I even like it, but it's kind of cool. Hey, Nancy, how you doing, girl? I haven't seen you for a long time. How you been? Anyway, so now I can soak that brush again and be good with it. So, and as you saw how quickly that comes off, it's really nice. Pam, normally, yes, I do. I think I included a freebie one for you in your order. Sometimes I'll do that, especially for delayed orders. But yeah, I almost didn't want to do anything that I was selling just because I don't mean to sell, but it comes across and I feel bad, especially because I'm not prepared to sell right now. Let me get that dry real quick. But I am planning on coming back strong with my entire sites all fixed up. I'm hoping for December, but it might be January, so I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll try to get things done. But I'll have a backup plan for everybody if you do want to purchase. It's a, give me a second here, I'll get this dry. Okay, so the backup plan is that I have a booth that I've been paying on for the last few months over in Reading, and I don't have my things in there yet, but I have lots of things to put in there, and they have a website that you can order from them. Oh my gosh, Nancy, you aren't you? That's what I feel like too, you know, being a homeowner, being a single mom, you know, doing this business and then doing the medical side, doing every other side that I do is it's crazy. It's like, how do we do that? And all the special needs things and everything else. So this one is not lining up as nicely as the other one did. So I want to take a look at this and get it exactly right. Oh, there it is. Okay. I just had it up too high where I couldn't see how that had worked. So I want to, so again, if you missed it, I'm making sure that the line over here is even and just as much of the Harlequin is showing on both sides, so it's not out of sync. And then same at the top, so it's starting at the top of the peak and down here at the bottom, it is, that's the problem. It's not in there. So I'm moved from this type of a peak, so I want to probably lift that up a little bit and get that even. All right, there we go. And then from here, I'm just going to take a piece of washi tape and put on that. Hi, Mary Lee. How you doing? Yeah, those orders, right? And oh, and then that's the other thing. So all of the orders that you guys have done, yeah, Jackie, that's hard, isn't it? I'm new to it. It's been 4 years since I left my husband, And it's been a challenge, and I know that the fact that I just stated that I left my husband kind of puts that on me, but I was married for life, and I would never have left. He was not abusive. He's actually a really, really great guy. It just, behavior started to change, and I didn't recognize it for what it was. So he came back at me and said I needed to choose between him or Holly. And sorry, we're self-sufficient. Holly's not. And so Holly's my special needs daughter. But anyway, so it's a challenge. But Nancy, I feel for you, girl. I admire you so much. How's your boy doing in the military? Is he home yet, or is he back overseas? Let me find a really good tip that I can paint this with. And I don't really have. Let me check the other side. They're probably dirty knowing me, right? Yeah, this one won't do. Okay, it's kind of a square tip. Usually for these, well, actually it's even the wrong brush. Let me go back to my stencil brush. It's this guy that I need to use because I need to pounce it. I'd forgotten what I was doing here. I was thinking I was drawing squares or harlequins or something. So, okay, so once I start pouncing and I wipe that off on, so I pounced it out of the brush already. And once I start pouncing on this, it's going to start acting like a like glue in a sense. It's going to start to hold that stencil down a little bit better so that I don't have to hold it so tightly. But and then once your brush starts to dry out a little bit, you can just start doing the circular stuff, and it goes much faster by doing that. But you don't want to do that with a wet brush, or at least I don't, because it becomes a lot more risky to get it to bleed around there. Hi, Sophie. Come on, girl. So I kind of want to secure it as I go along here. And you can see that there's movement in the stencil itself. And so I need to secure that. Yeah, the dog doesn't bother me at all. She's such a love. But yeah, so I am so excited. I have my craft studio all around me. You can see behind my head here, that's such a big mess back here. But in the new house, oh my gosh, this office is amazing. I'm super, super excited to get that built out and get, I have one of those, what's it called? It's a scrap box. The original scrap box, I think is the name of it. And I love it. I was thinking about getting like 3 of them because I could totally fill them all up. Mental note, don't be such a hoarder, Misty, right? But anyway, yeah, it's gonna fit beautifully in there. And so I'll have a backdrop that I can stage items on and stuff. So as I create things, I'll have a shelf behind me so that you can see all the previous stuff, or things in progress or things that have been finished. All right, let me at least get this side down. I need to refill the paint here. And I'd like to get this done as much as possible, so at least I have one solid edge. So you can see it's pretty basic and pretty easy. And don't be afraid to practice because it's just paint. And if I peel this off and it just fails, all I need to do is paint the liquid leaf over it again and start over. It's really, once you can tell your brain that it's just paint and really trust that artists paint, think of the old paintings, from the 17th century or whatever. Those, when they go down and they dig in, they find layers and layers and layers of paint underneath that from previous paintings, sometimes previous artists. It's pretty fascinating, but yeah, once we can let go of, being perfected, we don't want to screw up, etc. It's so much easier. Oh my gosh, Nancy, you're moving also? He's on land. He is good. He said it was really rough, and I'm glad he is resilient. Thank you for asking. Absolutely. Yeah, Jackie, it is. It is amazing how we get everything done, huh? But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Nancy, we haven't talked for a while, but my home is closing escrow here on Thursday, and I'm moving to a new area as well. We're going back to Holly's original doctors to try to get her reestablished. Just we've lost a lot of ground being up here, and it's really not safe for her. And so we just need to get her out of here and get her back. But we have a long road ahead of us. With Prader-Willi, the kids usually the older kids have weight issues. The younger kids have been started on growth hormone as infants and youngsters. And growth hormone is an FDA approved, which meant a lot years ago. Today, I don't know how much it means, but I don't want to get political whatsoever here. But it was the only approved drug for Prader-Willi, and it was specifically approved for Prader-Willi kids just because it helps their lean body mass. And so like the younger kids are perfectly slim and they look great. They've come a long way with the treatment. And I had Holly, I fought for years to get her on it, but because she was older than the other kids, they weren't sure what the older kids would do on it. And we had her on it for 6 months. She was doing decent with it. And she ended up going to visit a group home. She wanted to spend it there for like summer camp. And she lost a bunch of weight, which is good. I think she lost like 70 pounds or so. I have to get my facts straight because I think that number changes each time I say it. I'm so sorry, guys. My memory is shot. But yeah, we need to get her back into. But the group home took her off the growth hormone. Okay, so am I missing something here? It seems like there's some lighter areas, and I want to just kind of. We don't want it to be a completely uniform, but okay, test drive. There we go. That actually looks really good. It's not, well, I can't tell. It looks like there's a spot of smudge in the camera, maybe up in this area. But anyway, so that's as simple as that is. And now the beauty is I'm going to just go take this to the sink and put this under some water. And I'm going to go grab that mold out of the freezer. I'll be right back again. Too bad Sophie doesn't jump up here and say hi. I'm going to switch this water real quick and get some clean stuff too. Yeah, if you guys want to sprinkle for me, now's a great time to do it. I would love it. It definitely helps. And it's on the right page, because that page will remain at home with Misty Pierce, which is great to grow that. Okay, let me grab this mold and the paper towel. It's paint off my hands. I'm really glad that you guys get to see this unmolding. In the previous videos, when I was trying to unmold these, I didn't realize that my refrigerator had an issue. And so when I was pulling them out of the freezer and trying to pop them out, it was failing. And I had no idea why. Because, I'd talked to Tammy a ton, I'd used them a ton, and I just kept having issues with them. And finally, the refrigerator failed completely. And when we got it back up, it's like, oh my gosh, now they work beautifully. So basically, I want to separate the edge along this arrow, and then I want to pull that apart from that edge, and you can see how easy it pulls. And then from there, let me make sure it's separated here, and then I can just kind of roll this back and keep it coming, and that will lift right out. And so that is the angel wing. Maybe there, let me try it one more time. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? And look how long that is. That's a nice wing. And so this particular one has 2 of them. And so I want to release it this way, and then I create an island in the middle, and it just pops right off. So if I turn this upside, let me turn it right side up. I don't want to touch that other side there. So, and then I'll probably do, something. I always get them backwards. I have a tough time with this. Anyway, either way, there you go. And then I could put a heart or a crown, or something in the middle. Just do something here, but we'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, so that's how simple it is to unmold those. And then if there is a little bit of edging that's still on there, I can just go back in and just kind of rub that off. And at this state, because it's still frozen, it just smooths it perfect. So you get a really, really nice image on that. Let me flip that over and put it down this way. So there you go. And then I just want to come around these edges. There's a little tiny piece there. And I can just rub this and get anything that shouldn't be there, just little hairs or whatever, and get those off. But aren't those beautiful? And so let me grab that. That's the one I cut my hand off with. Darn it. I'm going to have anxiety from that one, right? So anyway, I could do something like this, or whatever, but there's lots of things that you can do with this. So now I think I want to just dry this other side. I'm going to check my phone and keep watching. They keep popping up and then they disappear, so I don't know. Nancy, let me see what you had to say here while I was away. I have to move by November 30th, so I'll be moving in a small temporary place for a few months. Yikes, I'm sorry. Moving twice is never fun. They lost like 4 sailors. Oh my gosh, it is so sad. That is really sad. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm always keeping our military guys in prayer. Yeah, thank you, Nancy, for your son and all he does for us. I agree, Donna. Oh, and your son served in the Marines. I'm so sorry, girl. Yeah, so anyway, I'll definitely be keeping you guys in prayer. I don't mean to dismiss that whatsoever, because that is real life. And that's that's the important parts in life, not just being, craft or whatever, going through this stuff. But that's the beauty of being sisters and having, a family of crafty sisters, that we can be there for each other. Oh, Pam, my hand is doing great. It's a little bit red, but I don't even feel it anymore. It's fine. It's completely healed. But, yeah. I didn't expect that crown to pop out there. I'll just get this dry real quick. Okay, so this thing it's coming together. I wanted to have some consistency, continuity with it, but to be individual and different as well. So it's kind of coming along. I really like this. That's probably my favorite. This one's pretty sweet also, but for me, there's not quite enough contrast between the, I don't want to touch that on the backside just in case. There's just not quite enough contrast. In person there is, because it's super shiny, but on film it's not showing the, the full piece of it. But it's really pretty. But anyway, yeah, so we just have the top and then just a solid coat on the bottom, and this will be good to go. I think this is going to be landing in my craft studio in the new house. It may actually end up in the living room. I'm not sure. We'll have to see where the colors go and stuff. So I have a feeling these are going to be too long. They can come up a little bit over the top. but you know, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I don't know. I'm just kind of I can't have them off the bottoms though, because it needs to stand up flat on there. But yeah. Oh, hi, Mara. How you doing, girl? It's good to catch you. So did everybody catch Kathy on, not Kathy, but Chris Hunter on Kathy's live? I was thinking I'd seen a few of you over there, but it's good to see you guys. I'm so happy for Kathy. That's an amazing feat. And she was not just at 100,000 followers now, and it was 2,000 more people signed up since yesterday or day before. So it's pretty amazing watching a sister, you know, accomplish things and stuff. Yeah, the cut itself is really good. This is a scar from a previous surgery. This is the scar, I think, from this you know, when they sewed it back together. But yeah, it's gonna look like hamburger for a while, I think. It's just like, yeah. But all right, so I can bring that up a little bit higher, and it can go up above the Kleenex box without causing too much grief. All right, they're kind of mushy because they're thawing out, and so I'm just going to let those dry out completely before I paint those. Sometimes you have to do that. Other times you can, you know, apply stuff right away, but you have to measure it on your own thing. Like something thin like this one. This is an impression from a stamp onto a piece that I had just rolled out like with a rolling pin. And then I impressed a crown into that. But I could paint this one right away because it's thin and it's not that big of a deal on it. So, but on this guy, yeah, we're pretty dry. So I do want to grab some toys, not toys, but other molds that are previously made. And hopefully I haven't moved them too far away. This is a resin fleur-de-lis that I made last year, I think, and I just haven't used it. Sometimes I want to save pieces to make them special, because sometimes I'm crazy that way and do that, which is nuts. Okay, so we can push that together, and then we can bring a fleur. Actually, you can bring the fleur up on top of it even. Let me take a look at that. I kind of like that. That brings a really nice piece to that. I do like that. So I think what I'll do is just paint this floor. The other one that I was looking at doing, this is a Prima mold. I made this last year and with hot glue, and you can see where I fell. I'm not the hot glue gun person. I can't do it. Kathy's turned out perfect, but mine, look at the back. Isn't that horrible? It's really bad. Anyway, it's kind of funny. Yeah, she is a great girl. I do love Kathy. She's really good. And Jackie, I am so excited to have found you inside with Serena and us. That is so cool. I didn't realize that you were in there as well. Are you mastermind there as well? That's what's changing it for me. So I like that. It's hard to tell because of the color. Here's a hot glue version, but it's a little bit smaller in scale, but maybe you guys can see that. Not really, huh? There, can you see that? And then you might be able to see it this way, but this guy here is much bigger. Let me see if I can bring that in there. But I think that's it's clear is the problem. But yeah, I think that's well, maybe that's the way, I don't know. There you go, you can see a little bit of it. But yeah, I think that's gonna look really beautiful there. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Oh good, you do like that? Okay, good. Yay, so now I know where I'm going. I don't know what is going on right now, but I'm kind of cyanotic and not feeling so great. But at least you guys know where we're going. Would you guys mind if I think I need to walk away. I'm like really getting lightheaded and not sure what's up. So it might be my blood sugars. It might just be, who knows? Oh yeah, Jackie. I can keep talking to you guys, but I think I'm just going to chill for a second, and that might help. But yeah, the mastermind, I bit the bullet here the other day, and because I've been in Nook for a while. I actually joined before Kathy did. I believe Chris was in there first. I think I'd been in the Nook before, because I started out with a rate, I think of 27 or 30. I don't remember what it was, but an earlier rate. And then I wasn't self-starting, and so I was beating myself up. Thank you, Donna. I think I will. I just sometimes I get overwhelmed. But anyway, so I bit the bullet and I jumped up to Mastermind when I started seeing Kathy and Chris doing a lot of different things. It's like, I need to make a decision, and I'd actually signed out of the Nook just like 2 days earlier, and got thinking about it and watching some things, and it's like, there's got to be a bigger difference. Kathy and I chatted about it a little bit, and it's like, gosh, you know what? I need to be in there, and I need to really give it a shot. And this is our business coach that we're talking about, just so that you guys know. It's Social Divas, and these are online. She has a free group if anyone wants to take a look at it. But I really, really like her. She knows her stuff. And I had my first meeting with her, and it's a one-on-one for an hour. It was amazing. That's included in that price. And I think that I don't know if it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. I don't remember exactly what it was. And then today I had my first tech meeting and got things solved. The tech support team, she just dug right in and said, is when Serena and I put our plan together, then she goes back over, sends it to the tech person where I need to go for step 1 of my plan. And she just started merging some accounts and got things straightened up a little bit. We still have a ways to go. But by December, my entire system should be cleaned up. And I know that I'm talking way too much on all sorts of details here, but yeah, Serena, I really, really like her. She is a great coach. She's really good. But yeah, so hopefully we're doing that. And if anyone wants to join, I did start a group. It's Sisters in Faith in Business. So any business owners in here, that my goal this time around, because I got pulled out of the queue with it before, I wanted to be built on a Christian, godly foundation. And I got distracted because it's like, oh, push, sell, put this out. I don't want that this time. I really want the foundation to be God first and relationship, just supporting each other. It's not so much about sales. Sales come and go, all the time. But it's about relationship and doing the right thing. But chatting about sales for a second, I stink at mailing things, apparently. I didn't know this until recently, but I really do. Oh, you know what? It could be the fumes, because that's about the time it started, isn't it? But yeah, you're probably right. But anyway, the sisterhoods, I think, is sisterhood. Sisters in Faith, I think. I forget what the name of it is, but I bet it is the fumes, because it's still on the box. But okay, so I'm going to leave the room. I'm going to go, you guys, because I really need a break. But yeah, I was in a different coaching system then too. But so this time, it's all about God first, and it will remain about God, because when you have God in a business, everything just falls into place. Oh, the shipping thing is what I was going to mention. The shipping thing is going to be turned over to a business. Did I just see an angry face? I hope not, you guys. Anyway, I know they're easy to hit, but anyway, it's kind of funny. I am hoping that I'm not making anyone angry. Excuse me. But yeah, it is that, you guys. That's exactly what's going on. I think what I'll do is back up a little bit. But so the shipping will be managed by an outside company, similar to what Amazon does. You know, the order comes in, it hits the distribution center, and then it's sent out immediately. So anyway, it's kind of nice. Thank you, Mara. You're awesome, girl. Yeah, you guys are awesome. But anyway, I am going to cut this short because I need to go catch my breath somewhere. And love you guys. Thank you so much for joining. And I'll try to come back on tomorrow sometime and finish this. We won't need to use the liquid gold again, or the liquid leaf, and then I can breathe. Hey, Angie, you're catching me at the end. I think I'm a little bit high from the liquid leaf, and I'm just kind of cyanotic, not doing well. So I'm going to back away. But anyway, oh, that's a good idea, some tea. That might help. But anyway, I will catch you guys next time. But thank you so much. Have a great night, you guys. Love you.